Welcome to a Starter and a Chaser podcast with your hosts, Joe Clarke and Jon Passow.
A banana appears on the horizon, only to realize it is in fact a grapefruit. Oh, welcome to a Starter and a Chaser podcast, where every week we review a whiskey and a beer. I'm Professional Brewer Jon Passow.
I'm Whiskey Connoisseur Joe Clarke.
And for today's review, we have from Fatheads Brewing Company in Cleveland, Ohio, their Bumbleberry Ale.
And for the starter, we have Stagg Jr. And again, right on cue. How does that happen every time? But I'm liking this. We need to get more bottles like this. You know what I'm saying? So this is another Buffalo Trace barrel-proof product. Are you excited to try this?
I'm as excited as you are, and I know you're excited. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Coming in right at 130 proof, the Stagg is just going to punch on that flavor and the alcohol content. I'm thinking so. We'll find out.
Would you say that this is going to be a stag party?
Actually, yeah, it could be.
It could be.
It is uncut, unfiltered, no age statement. NAS is what some people call it, but it's nearly a decade. So I'm going to say, 9 years Buffalo Trace? Much let us know. And it is barrel proof. I'm not really going to get too much into it because it's just pretty much a straightforward Buffalo Trace barrel proof offering.
Okay.
Some people are like, it's just the junior to the George T. Stagg, but in fact, it is a totally different drink, guys. Let's get in on this.
All right.
Take a note.
Yeah, you have it poured already.
I do.
Color.
And again, a very aromatic drink. It's got your typical Buffalo Trace kind of fruity stone fruit going on. And then, wow, man, this is like the super caramel, however you want to say it, bomb. A lot of stone fruit. Ton of vanilla on it. Not super complex. I'm getting kind of maybe like a little bit of a rye, grassy note to it, actually, on the back end of the nose there. It's hiding in there. A lot of brown sugar. I think this might be a little sweeter. This one here on the nose has definitely got an ethanol hit to it. I've had these before, the Stagg Juniors, and the alcohol content is up there. You do get it.
So that's typical for the product that you
yes,
get.
Yes, it is. You get it on the nose. If you're not used to it, it's going to burn you pretty good.
Well, so. I mean, 130 proof. It
is 130 proof. That's no
really
joke.
High.
Man.
No,
yeah.
No, and by the way, the color is kind of this little nice orange as we both go for the camera. Nice little orange note to it.
Sure.
It's nice to look at.
It's a darker whiskey.
Whiskey, yeah, but enjoyable. Shall we go in?
Absolutely.
All right. Prost. The alcohol.
It hits.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta breathe this one out for a little bit. Couple drops of water. couple drops of water. A lot of guys, don't like to add water or anything to anything because they like it neat, natural. I personally am the same way.
Yeah.
Sometimes on something like this, if you have a little water dropper, a little eyedropper, and just put maybe 1 or 2 little drops in it, it probably will open this up quite a bit because it does have a lot of alcohol to it. That being said, on your second hit, you're not going to get as much of that alcohol, and the flavors should start to really pop for you.
And Joe's spot on. I just took my second sip there.
Oh, yeah.
The alcohol bite is still there, but nowhere near as much. I get more flavor up front. Ooh. And Joe's right at the back end, the alcohol starts coming on.
What are you getting on it?
Earthy, caramel, little graham cracker, like that, that little sugar glaze that they put on the graham crackers.
Okay,
I'm getting that.
Huh. That's a good explanation. I can almost taste that with an explanation like that.
Barrel comes in way on the finish.
Yeah. You definitely get a smoky note.
Little smoke.
A lot of spice on this one, guys. Not alcohol, spice, actual cooking spice. I get a lot of what you said, plus I do get their typical stone fruit going in on this one too. This is a delicious drink, and if you can get it at retail, which most people are actually able to acquire, it's in the 50s. So for a drink like this, in the $50 range, $60 range, extremely appropriate. Yeah. I would definitely pick one of these bad boys up before a regular Blanton's offering at the price range.
I would agree with that. Okay. Having now had both, I would agree with that. Not that we like to compare products.
Sure.
On the podcast, we try to focus on what we're tasting.
Yes.
But because both of those are Buffalo Trace products, both of those are a little on the harder to find.
Yes.
Same price range.
Absolutely.
That is a good thing.
It's an appropriate comparison, I feel.
Yeah. This is starting to get chewy for me.
Yeah. This hangs out for a while, man.
It really does. Yeah. It's got a beautiful long finish to it. The heat really dissipates a fair amount on the finish. Mm-hmm. And this is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a good bourbon. This is an experienced bourbon drinker's bourbon for sure, because this is not something you're going to want to introduce somebody to a drink with and be like, here you go, here's some bourbon. Yeah. They're going to be like, I'm never drinking this again.
Yeah,
because they just have not ever been able to adjust to something like this. And this is definitely, for you people out there, if you're fresh into bourbons, I wouldn't quite hunt something like this right off the rip, like 2 or 3
Unless you want to hunt for it and you can find it, and then just put it on the back burner a couple years while you get used to it. I'm fairly experienced with whiskey. Even for my palate, the first couple sips were really tough to get into. So that should tell you, you might want to wait a little bit before cracking your bottle if you're a novice. This is really cool. It really changes on the finish, and the more you sip it, the more your palate gets acclimated to it. The more things are coming out. I'm getting a lot more
stuff out of it.
I'm getting a lot more of that stone fruit now.
Sure. Yeah.
And we're a couple minutes into it, and it's getting drastically different for me.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that it's not super dry in the mouth, but it is a little drying to my palate. It does kind of dry my mouth off a little bit.
For me, that's the tannins. That's the barrel coming in, drying the palate out. The tannins typically will dry your palate out.
Okay.
And that's what I'm getting, and that might be what you're getting too.
Another thing to compare these same products as a note for you, not as in taste or anything like that, is that just like your Stagg offering, your George T. Stagg, each batch of this is a different proof. So I've seen some 126, 130, 132.
So it really ranges.
It ranges, yes, it does. So some people like the lighter ones, some people like the heavier ones. I really like the high alcohol content barrel strength stuff. I love this.
And
this is fantastic.
I used to do graphic design, so I always, a pretty label always will attract me. I gotta give hats off to Buffalo Trace. Yeah. The label's really cool. It's got the print on the front, but the back label
is also very good.
Really nice. That is a stylish looking bottle.
Sure, yeah. It's a hell of a drink for the price range, guys. It really is.
Yeah.
If you can find them, even if you're a new bourbon guy, like he said, pick it up, put it on the back burner. If you're not a new bourbon guy, pick it up and drink it.
Now, what did you say at the beginning? That this is people say, oh, this is just the lesser version.
George T.
Stagg. I'm going to completely disagree with that.
Different.
We reviewed George T. Stagg on a previous episode, which you can check out on YouTube. By the way, if you are watching us on YouTube, be sure to click like, leave us a comment, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get the updates. But we reviewed that one. They are two completely different products. Don't believe the hype. This is a cool bottle for the price. The other one is an amazing bottle for the price.
Yeah.
This is great. This is great.
Absolutely.
Thanks for bringing that over, Joe.
No problem, man. I am excited to do the
Chaser next.
The Chaser.
Which is Fathead's Bumbleberry. And we will be back with this beer after a short break.
See you guys later.
Welcome back to a Starter and Chaser podcast. We are ready for the Chaser. This is from Fathead's Brewing Company in North Olmsted. They started back in 2009. My buddy Matt Cole helped start the brewery. He's the brewmaster there. This is their Bumbleberry Honey Blueberry Ale.
Interesting.
Now, on the show, you haven't had a fruit beer yet.
No.
Yeah, so this is going to be new for you.
There were some, I don't know if they're considered fruit beers back in the day. There was some kind of apple beer that used to be popular in the 90s.
Angry Orchard?
No.
Okay.
I remember that one.
Yeah. No, I don't know what it could be.
Something cider.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be.
Okay, I'll figure it out. But yeah, it was, I threw up on it a lot.
Yeah. So that experience was standing. This
had Mad Dog 2020.
Oh, God, Mad Dog. Anyways.
Let's get back to it.
Yes, this is made with freshly harvested spring honey, fresh blueberries. It's 100% made with sterling hops. It's 5.3% ABV. 13 IBUs, so it's very low on the hops. Let's crack this open and see what we think about it.
Nice bottle open.
Thank you.
Score.
Yeah. Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Garth.
All right.
Oh, look at
pour number one. Nice pour. This is one of their flagship beers. This Headhunter.
Really?
Are kind of their two beers that are definitely considered their flagship. They have many other though.
And as we like, it's got a nice head on it.
Yeah.
Nice color.
Good color.
Medium color.
Yeah.
Like a medium color.
Straw with little hints of amber in there.
Sure, yeah.
Doesn't have like a purple or blue color from the blueberries.
Oh, wow.
What are you smelling?
I smell berries.
You smell berries. Interesting. Do you smell
A little hoppy.
berries?
A little hoppy.
Okay.
It is a little hoppy.
Okay.
I'm surprised that being on the nose since you said it was a little lower on the hop scale.
Now, just because something's lower on the IBUs are international bittering units. It's how perceivably bitter a beer will be. Taste-wise.
Okay.
Aromatically, you can throw in aromatic hops and it doesn't bump up the IBUs that much.
Okay.
So, don't judge a book by its smell.
I kind of get like I said before, the blueberry-ish kind of smell to it. A little candy-like kind of blueberry smell to it. Let's dive into this and see what we're getting on this, all right?
Cheers.
Cheers. Not what I was expecting.
Were you expecting sweet, fruity?
I was expecting some cheesy, sweet, fruity, weird thing gonna happen here. This is not that at all. It's actually very tasty. It's you get a hint of the berries on it. You know what I'm saying? You do. You really do. You get a hint of the berries on it, but it's I'm searching for words on this one. It's good. I'll tell you that. So I'm not saying, I'm not searching because I'm like, ew, this is gross. I'm trying to figure this out. No, this is actually pretty good. It's very refreshing. It's not very heavy. It's a lighter beer. Kind of like a summery drink, I would think, for me. Again.
For me,
a little of the candy taste to it.
I get blueberries right up front. But it's not freshly harvested blueberries. These have definitely been fermented, so it's not that intense, bright kind of crunch blueberry note to it. It's got, it's actually got a surprising amount of hop to it. I get a lingering kind of hop bitterness, not to a pale ale or an IPA level,
right.
but there is a surprising amount of hops to this, which balances it. It's not a thin body, it's not a medium body, so it's kind of in between there.
Yeah,
which still, combined with the blueberry and a little bit of the honey on the finish, this is refreshing and satisfying at the same time. I would be okay with this at a picnic, at a ballpark, or with dinner.
It's kind of a little bit, I don't mean to be generic because I'm still learning the beer things, especially with these lighter beers. I'm it's a little hard for me to pull some things out of it, but it's kind of Pilsner-y a little bit.
I might be able to go there with you. I'd be a little generic and just say this is a light ale. It's not an amber ale. It's not a Pilsner. It's just it's a light American ale.
Very well crafted. I don't want to take away from that.
Absolutely.
It's a very well-crafted beer. All the flavors I'm getting out of it and trying to search for with the help of John here, it is very well balanced. It is not like some kind of weird, gimmicky, cheap candy, blueberry drink or anything like that. It's just hints. And that's what you want in drinks and craft drinks like that, or even whiskeys.
Complexity, you want depth, and this has got it. And still, I'm picking up now a little bit of a caramel malt note to it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
It's good. I like it. It's very good. Yep.
Cool. That's cool. Matt Cole, he's a fantastic brewer. He really knows his craft. He knows what he's doing. He's amazing with hops, but he's good with just the everyday beers as well.
Okay. Okay.
So he's actually at 4 locations. There's the Pittsburgh Tap House in Pennsylvania. There's North Olmsted, which was their original brewery locations, and Middleburg Heights, and now they have a tap room in Canton. So they've got 4 opportunities for you guys to go visit them, and I highly recommend it. They
seem to have a lot of different range of beers, Fathead. So
yeah, cool.
Yeah, I think they have something for everybody, really.
Pretty much. And hopefully someday we'll do a brewery tour of Fathead's Brewing Company for our supporters and fans out there.
Now that would be cool.
Yeah. But there we go, man. That's the beer.
Great show.
What are your thoughts on good old Stagg Jr.? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
2 thumbs up, Stagg Jr. You get it. You hit all the good things. It's one of those whiskeys that's different from the rest in your collection. It's going to really punch you with the flavor. It's going to punch you on the alcohol too. But sometimes I like that. I don't want that just easy drink. I'm like, man, I want something like my dad says, I want that man's bourbon, where it's going to hit you hard on the alcohol. This will do that, but it subsides a couple sips in, and you really get the flavors. It's very complex for the price range.
So I take that's 2 thumbs up from Joe.
Absolutely.
All right.
Way up.
2 thumbs way up for Joe.
Yep.
I'm struggling with this one. Part of me wants to give it 1 thumb up and 3/4 thumbs up because of that alcohol bite is so intrusive on the first couple sips.
You might want to try a couple drops of water with it, John.
And I'm not a fan of that, and Joe might be right. I might have to do that to see what I think of opening it up. But the reason why I struggle with that is because it's 130 fucking proof.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Yes.
So I can't really fault it for that. So I'm going to have to give it 2 thumbs up as well.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome. Cool.
Fatheads. Bumbleberry. Yeah.
I give it 2 thumbs up also because it may not be my jam, but...
No, it's beer.
Yeah. It may not be, it's honey blueberry ale. It's not going to be my favorite.
Normally going for.
I wouldn't, but I respect how well crafted this is, and how at first I was kind of expecting in my brain fruity beer, what the hell is this going to be, honey blueberry? No, just hints of it, and it's very nice the way the hints come in and go, and you get a little hoppy IPA to it. A little bit, we were talking before.
I wouldn't call it IPA, but for a light beer with 13 IBUs, it's a fairly hop-forward beer.
Surprisingly. Yeah. And the flavors are so well balanced with each other, it deserves the 2 thumbs up for me.
I'm going to go with that. Beer is his thing. It's not my normal style that I drink every day. It is well crafted. It is drinkable. It has the blueberry notes, but it's not artificial. It tastes like quality ingredients in there. It's light. You can just slam it. It goes well with dinner. Shit, man. 2 thumbs up from Passow. So great job, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. Agree. And that's it.
And we've got another episode of A Starter and the Chaser in the can. We have new episodes every Wednesday. If you're watching us on YouTube, we've got all the links to our Facebook, Instagram, all the podcasting channels that we're on.
Right down there, guys. Yep.
Be sure to check it out. And if you want to shoot us an email, have a comment, say you like the show, don't like the show. If you have a whiskey or a beer that you would like to donate to us, shoot us an email at whiskeyandbeer@starterandchaser.com.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
All right.
So back to
the banana that had an identity crisis.
Into a grapefruit. I mean, how do you go from that to that? Well, then you have a crisis like that.